So let's discuss about the features of the good table. Construction of good table depends upon the objectives of a study. It also depends upon the wisdom of satisfaction. There are no hard and fast rule for the construction of a table. However, some important guidelines should be kept in mind. These are as under I give you. But the thing is that one more thing we have to be when we are making table, we have to be think about it. What is our motive to find out? According to that, we have to design the table. Title is compatible with the objectives of the study. Title of the table must be provided at the top center of the table and it must be compatible with the objectives of the study. Comparison. Items which are to be compared with each other should be placed in the rows and column close to each other. That facilitates the comparison. Special emphasize. Items in the table which needs special emphasis should be placed in the head row or the top of the above or head column extreme left. Such items should be presented in the bold figures. Ideal size. Table must be of an ideal size to determine an ideal size to determine an ideal size of the table is a rough draft or a sketch must be drawn, then you have to make it. Steps in the if the rows are long, steps may be given in the right hand side of the table. Use of zero. Zero should be only be used to indicate the quantity of the variable. It should not be used to indicate the non-availability of the data. If the data are not available, then it should be indicated by the NA or the minus sign. You can indicate there. Headings. Headings should be generally be written in the signature form or example in the column indicates goods. The word good should be used. Abbreviation. Use of abbreviation should be avoided in the heading or the subheading of the table because it is not understandable for all when the outsiders or someone else is seen, so it is not easy to understand what is the full form of that thing. So that is why don't use abbreviations. Footnote should be given only if needed. If required, then you will give. Otherwise, it looking so messy. Units may be specified above in the column. For example, rupees, kilo, liters, all that thing. Total in the last in the right hand side, you have to give the subtotal or totals. So it will be means it will complete it. In the table, subtotals of the item must be given at the end of each row. Grand total of the items must also be noted. Percentage and ratio. Percentage figures should be provided in the table. If possible, this makes the data more informative. Extents of the approximation. If some approximate figures has been used in the table, the extent of an approximation must be noted there or written there. Source of data. Source of data must be noted at the foot in the end of the table. It is generally noted text of the footnote. Size of column. Size of column must be uniform and symmetrical. Means all the size of the column should be same, so it is understandable and it looks good also. Ruling of the columns. Column must be divided into different sections according to the similarities of the data. Simple, economical and attractive. The table must be simple, attractive and economical in the space. Kinds of table. Now we are discussing about the different kind of table. How, why we are making them and how, what is the work of kinds of table. There are three kinds of table and they are divided in subparts. According to the purpose, there are two types of table, general and special. According to the originality, table are divided into two parts, original and derived. And according to the construction or coverage, the table are divided into 2 points, simple and complex. And simple and complex is also divided into three parts, the main fold, double or triple, or you can say single, double or triple. So first of all, we will see about the general purpose of the table or special purpose of the table, means according to the purpose of table. These tables are just for the general purpose. These tables are generally attached to the some official reports like Census Report of India. Are these called the reference table? Special purpose table is table which is prepared with some specified purpose in the mind. In this table, the data is presented in the form of result of the analysis. That is why these tables are also called the summary table. So, for example, the production of the figures complete the number of the year that we are making in the special purpose because we want to know about we want brief or we want to analyze that thing. So that is why. And the next is according to the originality. Two types of table are there. Original. An original table is that in which the data are presented in the same form of the result of a analysis. Means the original table contains the statistical fact in their original form, and it contains the initial collected from the primary source or the from the classification of table. Next is the derived table. And derived table is that in which the data are not presented in the form of a manner in which these are collected. Instead of the data are presented in after converting data into the ratio or into the percentage. So we will make the table according to ourselves in the or we will change them in the average percentage ratio. It is known as derived table. Next is there is a simple or one-way table. A table according to the construction, simple or one-way table. A simple table is that which shows only one characteristics of the data. In this variable frequency distribution is presented in one way, or it is also known as a one-way table or a simple table also. Next is a complex table. A complex table is one which shows more than characteristics of the data. On the basis of the characteristics shown, these tables may be further classified in the double way, triple way, or manifold. So what are these? One way, already we have discussed about this. Double or triple we are discussing here. So double or two-way table, the two-way table is hat which shows the two characteristics of the data. For example, in this table, what we are showing in one class in the BA first year, second year, third year, what is the number of boys and the girls and the total. Next is triple table or triple type of table, the table which shows the three characteristics of the data. In this, what we are showing urban, rural, and total of the boys, urban, rural, and total of the girls in the BA first, second, and third year, and also shows the total of that. Manifold table here, what we are doing in the manifold table is one that shows more than three characteristics, that is called the manifold table. Likewise, that the rural boys or urban boys, married or unmarried, girls are also shown, and then they showed the total. So this is called the manifold table. Classification of data in the tabular presentation, qualitative classification. We will discuss this thing in the next video about this classification.